To the
I'm
beginning of
gonna
time.
go. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I don't know, 2 weeks, we'll say. And I think the last time we recorded, I was pacing around my kitchen, sweeping and re-sweeping because my sister, my niece, nephew, my brother-in-law were coming to stay at my house for a few days up until Court's wedding. You know,
Which
the royal wedding.
that feels so not that long ago.
That
Like,
feels like
but
forever
so
ago and
long ago.
yesterday.
Yeah, it does. It does feel like very distant at this point, which makes me
That's like
happy and sad.
That's like the thing I feel like with like big events is they come so big and so heavy and then they go so fast and you're like, wait, slow down. Why is that already over? Like time messes with me when I'm reminiscing on things that feel like they were so long ago, but they weren't. But so Carrie came, with the fam. They stayed with us, which was the best. I love when my family's all together. Like nothing literally makes me happier. And then we freaking got my little sister married.
Yeah,
And
you did.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, like my little sister is as corny as it sounds, she's just like the best friend that I grew up with. So we've gone from literally despising each other and needing to be like separated to not tear each other apart to becoming best friends and like someone that I can lean on for absolutely anything. So her getting married and like also her being the baby of the family, being the last of us out of my siblings to get married, like there were so many things that made this wedding so special to me. Nora was the flower girl, Lukey was the ring bearer, my niece and nephew were the little juniors of the bridal party. Like Lucas was in it, Brian was in it. It was just Carrie married them. I was her maid of honor.
I was a hot guest.
You were literally the assistant to the maid of honor.
I was. I had an
Very
important role.
job. Very important job.
Pivoted quickly to the assistant of the flower girl.
Which I knew would
Violently,
happen.
almost.
Nora, I knew that would happen, and she has a way of doing that, and I allowed for it to happen. But like, there was just, and you were there. Like, so there were so many things about this wedding that made it special to me. And when Luke and I got married, which we just had our 7-year wedding anniversary while we were away, when we got married, it was different. We already had Nora. We decided to kind of do it on a whim, and we wanted to keep it kind of small and simple. So it was a very small wedding. It was beautiful. It was exactly what we wanted for ourselves, but this was definitely a different experience because it was like people that I just don't get to spend time with and see all the time, all in one place, like at my dad's house of all places. It was just, I don't know, it just felt like it was such a joy to be there. Like despite all of the things that were happening and all the things that were going on, and in any wedding and getting anybody married, there's always things that go wrong. There's always things that stress you out. And Court is a very chill bride compared to, I think, the average. Like, she's just a laid back person in general. But like the way that this girl reacted when her fucking veil didn't make it was, I mean, she deserves an Emmy for that. Like, she held it together better than me. I was just pacing outside of the driveway waiting for my friend to come and hand it to me out the window.
The way we were all like fanning ourselves, waiting, and someone was like, "They forgot the veil." I was like, "I do declare."
I do declare that.
Tell me more gossip.
It's literally Bridgerton. They're like, Lady Whistledown says there's a rumor that someone put down the veil.
That the bride has come unveiled.
Unveiled.
Scandal. What a slut.
Scandal.
I didn't wear a veil, which I think is slutty.
I didn't either, which feels right because I was bearing out of wedlock, so it feels right.
I was 5 minutes pregnant, so
honestly,
I probably shouldn't have worn white.
You were one baby and 5 minutes pregnant.
White seemed like an odd choice.
White
I'm
was
like,
cute.
I really don't need to cover my face. He's seen most of me.
He's seen a lot.
Seen a lot of it.
Yes. So
he's seen the episiotomy.
Court Or decide to be so fucking unoriginal and get married before having children. I'm like,
what a
God.
concept. Imagine, I don't know.
Uh,
I feel like there's an alternate universe where I did that and it was probably nice, but honestly, honestly, like she had the kids that are like her kids, your kids
Exactly.
at her wedding, which just shows you like the big role that she plays as an aunt. And
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
as though your kids are so comfortable with Courtney and Tyler that it's not the flower girl situation where you're like, stay away from her,
Yeah.
don't create a fuss. Your kid was like, I want out of this dress.
She
You've got one more picture and then Lauren's gonna be in the next one.
She was standing behind Court's veil, like,
but that
fuck
comfort
is this dress coming off?
that comfort gives like having your child at your wedding, because
that's her
Lennon
person.
was looking at me during our pictures like, when the fuck can I dance with Nora? You
Exactly,
got one more half smile, you got one glazed over smile,
and you're done. I literally was like, get through the fucking pictures and you can wear whatever you want.
Nuki was just literally sitting on her veil, which was adorable, but you're like, they give no fucks.
They give no fucks. Like this Nora was nervous about her moment of her being presented down the aisle, and if that would come across well. I don't think she had any intimidation of like the status of the bride, because she was always like, well, me and Ahi are the only ones that can wear white, so it's kind of about us,
The rest of you skanks can just do whatever you want.
Get in your baby blue and shut up.
She was so funny. There was one point where I heard her say, bring me to Lauren.
And that's when she knows when she's had enough of our bullshit. She's like, get me out of here.
Because we just got to be like, and I love an outdoor wedding because I have prescription sunglasses, so I have to wear them for like a really long time before I swap to my bifocals. I think I've told the Rudies of my elderly struggles, because once I put the bifocals on, that's
Grandma
it.
hobbies.
That's it for Rita. So I have to commit to a sunglass at an outdoor wedding for a while, which I feel like gives posh, You're like,
cool vibes.
So me and my husband were just being, the hot guests in our sunglasses, wandering around, minding our own
watching
business,
them,
having a free cocktail, and then I see my Nora from the distance, but I'm like, you know what? This isn't about her, and it's not about me, and both of us have trouble with that.
Honestly, that was big of you to say that. That was big of you to say that.
I so love putting the attention on other people, but I just like a little attention, Sue me.
You saw me talk in front of a crowd.
And as an adult, I can regulate that. Tiny Nora me cannot. So I'm kind of looking at her and I'm just like, oh, I'll go, she's hanging on to Jaden, and Jaden's obviously trying to comfort her. And me and Kenny are like, we'll go watch it's nice to watch the pictures. Like, she's taking pictures, like you said, she's taking pictures with her extended family, with the bridal party, whatever. And I'm trying to not be in the eye shot of your daughter. Like, I'm trying to just tuck myself back.
Her one eye goes out.
Yeah, her 5:30 eye. She's like, which I think is the right
one. I smell Lauren.
Seriously, bring me to Lauren.
Can I just tell you something?
And she's like, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, Lauren, and she just starts telling me all about her day. And then she tells me about the fun parts, the not fun parts, and then she says, and they won't let me take this off. And I'm like, do you want me to call DCF? Yeah. And right away, I know she doesn't need a solution. She needs to be right. So I'm like, Nora, forget these people. They are torturing you. And
I will get you out of here one day.
Good time. I'll get you a cupcake right now. We're going to have a good time despite them, in spite of them.
Assholes.
I'm like, but I need you to do one thing. I need you to go over there and look better than Ahi in this next one. And like the whole time, me and her are just having like this probably not appropriate banter, but like
it's what she needed.
It's as kids bop as I was getting after a mixed drink, and
I
didn't have my kids. You brought your kids there, not me. So I'm talking to her.
Them.
And I'm like, you didn't do this. So then she's like, but Lauren, this dress is so itchy. Like, you don't understand. So my husband, as the dad that he is, just starts tapping on her back where the flowers are. Because they were like, I mean, I'm
Just
her
vaguely
lawyer.
touching
I'm her
her.
Jackson. Those were
Always.
embossed, beautiful flowers, but those were
Gorgeous.
embossed. So they had like the stitch that's like bulky in each flower. So my husband's like, if we just keep tapping all the flowers, then they're gonna move and you're gonna be okay. So then he's like, "You've got this, Nora. You can do this." And then she's like, "Laura, tap on my back." I'm like, "Well, you weaponized her with that." So I'm tapping on her back.
You gave her the food, and she was like, "Thank you."
Now somebody asks. Now all of that happens, right? We're like, "Fuck your mom." I don't swear at her. I do the Kid Spot version. I'm like, "Your mom's crazy.
Your
Your
mom
mom's look at her
a little bit right now.
Yeah, I'm like, she has to be there for Ahi, and I have to be there for you. I'm your maid of honor right now." And like, me and her going out, whatever. So now somebody asks Kenny to take a picture for them. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's like Carrie. It might be Cherry. Yeah, it's probably her because she was like talking with us, whatever. Your daughter goes. No, there is a full-fledged operation of photos, and you're just trying to wrangle, and you're trying to get your kids in it, and the whole thing.
I'm trying to maid of honor and mother.
She looks at my husband, and she goes, "Can you take some pictures of me and Lauren?"
She's every girl. She's just a girl.
You mean the whole thing that those 20 people behind us are trying to have you do?
That your aunt paid thousands of dollars to have taken of
If
you?
you could just get like a couple in portrait at golden hour for me and Lauren, that'd be great. And we did.
Yeah.
We did. And then I said, now go out there and give that same sass. And she did. She did. She pulled it together. And then I told her what every best friend wants to hear. I'm in a video, you entering the wedding reception and send it to your best friend. And that, I feel, really was the icebreaker that got her over the hump.
I'm not going to not show up and show out if Lennon's going to see this.
Because the thing about us is that we're not gonna put our kids to sleep in the flower girl dresses like they did in the 90s. You know, I'm not just gonna have Nora with two chairs sleeping in a flower girl dress. No. She's at least gonna be in a flower girl shirt from Etsy, you know,
which Carrie arranged because she's clearly a more fucking together than me.
And because your daughter knew that outfit existed, she needed to get out of that dress. That dress that she had been waiting to wear, had been
talking about for the better part of the year. The second she got it on, she had this look in her eye, and it was like,
but as a bride, what is more relatable? I remember saying to myself, I'm not getting a second dress. A second dress to me is like a little too much. I'm not a second dress girl. It's good for the people that it's good for, but like I just felt like I picked my dress. I had it for so long. Me and that dress went through COVID together.
You did.
I had to stay a bridal size 6 through COVID. Okay, everyone.
That's offensive.
Yeah, I am entitled to compensation, I think.
100%.
And I bonded with that dress, and then I was like, I'm gonna keep it on the whole time. Well, like 1 hour into my reception, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, how do you dance in a naked sleeved dress? It's crazy.
But you did, right? You did.
I did. I danced the whole night in it, but I'm just saying that like that backup outfit is sensible.
It makes more sense now. And I
you're
have
always
a feeling
like, I'm
Nora
staying
will
in
be
my
that
dress.
bride.
She will, but she'll have like another cute dress that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. It'll be like one of those like like the disco volley. Yeah, you know how when you have like a little sassy bride that she comes out
and
like
then
cowboy
of
boots.
course. And then there was Lukey that came in just like literally from the ceremony to the reception. He's walking in with like his shirt untucked, and he's like, "Let's party," you know, which I obviously loved.
At first, Lukey had his ear defenders on, but I think at one point when you guys first arrived, he had his music headphones on, like his noise-canceling music headphones for a little bit, while there was a lapse in well, I don't think you were with him, right? You were with the girlies.
I wasn't.
When we were having a little, like, you know, we were going off script, the program was being changed a little bit, we were locating the veil.
We were riffing.
We were ripping. We were listening to more of the playlist than Courtney probably wanted us to, but it was wonderful. And I look over at Lukey, and Kenny looks over at me, and he's wearing his headphones, and he's like, he's probably fucking getting it to a Rihanna song right now, and we are all idiots.
And he is. Always.
And I was like, I know. We're listening to this string version of, Crazy in Love again. And, he's rocking out. And he was. And he was
rocking
vibing
out
the whole time. My favorite part about our table as a guest. So Kenny and I are bad guests because we arrive as punctual as we can, which is usually like exactly when the bride is supposed to walk down the aisle. And luckily
as Lauren
for us,
says, she doesn't. There are certain times where we don't bother each other. I glimpsed at my phone while we were in the bus, and Lauren was like, "Is this wedding a start on time kind of
like a
wedding?"
hard start time. And you were like,
Lucky
no. And
for
I'm like,
you.
thank God.
Lucky for you.
Because like Kenny and I had
really
to like
wasn't.
stop at Cumberland Farms and get sour straws. Like that was so important.
You don't have kids, and you're like, "What can we do?"
Yeah, and you're
Sour
like sour
straws.
straws. Yeah, so we arrive, right? And I had never been to your dad's house. Your dad's house is absolutely gorgeous. He could put it as an Airbnb venue. Like
Literally.
it was beautiful. Parking, I didn't know where to park. So we didn't approach the full I didn't go on the Not website or whatever the fuck these kids want me to do these
This is a
days.
confessional. This is a confessional.
If you send me an invitation, your sister's invitation was thorough, but I have gotten invitations that are like one QR code, and I'm like, what are you, Xenon? Like,
Literally.
give me the bare bones. And your sister
Just a
did.
little. Yes.
But when you give me the bare bones, I'm not gonna look at the website and get real information.
No.
So
You're
I
like,
just
we're
show
gonna
up.
park.
We just parked. We parked with the caterers.
Wait, did you park at my dad's house?
I just straight up parked at your dad's house. And I'm like, I live here.
You're like, no, I'm the maid of honor's flower girl's assistant.
Like, tell Gary I'm here.
Literally. Does he want me to come or not?
So now we see this beautiful tent and we're like, ooh, and bougie bathrooms, because that's another staple of a Gen Z wedding, is that they
Things
have
are
these beautiful
changing,
outdoor
definitely.
bathrooms. They never put you in a porta john. They smell
Never.
lovely. So
Never.
we walk by the bathrooms. There's like this beautiful, like little like Adirondack circle. Like your dad's definitely into a chair circle. There was chair circles everywhere.
He is into a gathering.
As a boomer loves. They love
He's
a
kumbaya
fire
kind of guy.
Yeah, boomers are very Neanderthal in that way, that like they want to center themselves around a fire. And they'll have
James
multiple
Taylor.
fires in their backyards.
Yes,
they'll be
at
like,
once.
Yeah.
Did you
this
see
is
my
where we
dad's
congregate
fucking
over here?
Cheesecake Factory heaters that he has?
Oh,
Like, he loves,
Kenny-
that man loves a fire.
Kenny was blown away. He was like, "These are commercial grade, Lauren." I was like, "How do we know that? Like, would you Google like photo? Like, why do you know
These
that
are
right
the
now?"
things men know that I never would care to know.
So we're going up to the tent. It's beautiful in my eyes. Didn't know I was in the back of the house, Steph. Didn't know I was with help.
She was
We're
lost.
like, this is nice. Like, it's not even the real entrance.
It wasn't even the wedding entrance.
So now Kenny and I, being like the people that like, we will dress so nice, we'll look so cute, we'll take such cute pictures, but like we don't really have like an entrance. Like, we're not like, look at us, we're like shuffle into the seat, we're tripping, we're a fucking mess, you know, Instagram versus reality. So we're like, ooh, and like my husband, pale and bald, he's like, I have to sit in the shade. And I'm like, does it matter what side we're on? He's like, Lauren, I have to be in the shade.
Sit in the shade.
I'm like, then I'll be Tyler's sister today. So, which works either way, because I am Tyler's sister.
Literally.
So I'm like, all right, I'll sit with the groom's family. I look more
like them.
blended in. So we sit over there, and literally my husband and I sat where the shade and the sun like met. Like, I was in the sun and he was in the shade.
You were a lizard.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm going to be freezing in the shade.
I
like,
couldn't
my whole
see you.
fucking back's out.
I couldn't look.
Yeah, and I'm wearing like a plunging back. So I'm like, I can't have a breeze in the shade on my back. I need to be in the sun.
She's just a lizard.
So I'm just a lizard. So we're relaxing in the chair. Now everybody has these beautiful paper fans. And one thing
came
about
in the wrong entrance.
And I got here 4 minutes late. I got to the wedding 4 minutes late, which ended up being about 30 minutes early, which was fine.
Parked at my dad's house.
And I went to meet a sandwich in your dad's kitchen before I started. But
you wanted the
I'm
merch,
like,
though.
So now they're playing like you can tell like it's the playlist for like the intro.
Sit
it's not just
down.
the hits. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, I want a fan. I want to know what walking in authentically felt like.
You didn't get the experience.
I mull this over for like 10 minutes. A nice girl next to me overhears me because I'm complaining about it so much that I don't have a fan. She's like,
honestly, Courtney was very proud of those fans. She would have wanted you to have one.
But that's the whole thing, is that your sister put so many beautiful little details into the day that I am like an asshole. I'm like, I didn't get them on my palate correctly, you know? Like, it's like if I ate dessert first, you know? I saw the tables. I saw the kitchen, guys.
She did. She was like, so this is where they make the food.
I saw the bread baskets, but I didn't
with the bathroom.
So my husband's like, I'll walk over there with you, Lauren. But I'm like, but what if they start? Like, that would be so embarrassing. Like, we can't
starting.
do it. So they weren't starting. So this girl tries to give me her fan. So I'm like, I'm not going to take this fan from this
take a fan.
So then I'm like, I'm going to do it. Well, then all of a sudden the music changes again. And I'm like, oh my God.
She's just like, I want a fan.
And I'm just like,
did you get one?
I did. I had my husband go and take a picture of where the fans were and get me a fan, and he did, and he saw Lukey and he saw your husband, because I wanted to see the entrance, because like your sister did these beautiful little face, like everything was just, you could tell had thought into it, and like your dad like blew the fucking house off the roof off of that place. Like, it was just so beautiful. I don't know the correct analogy to use that a boomer would be happy with me. He really knocked my socks off.
That's exactly what he'd want to say. No, he like their house was
with the fair
beautiful
presentation. Like, I feel as though there could have been none. And I hate when you tell people that, because people said that to me. They were like, your wedding could have been so simple and it still would have been so beautiful. And you're like, but it wasn't. I did so many details. I fucking respect them. But it really could have. It could have been bare bones and it still would have been like elegant and beautiful and had commercial fire. I don't even know what you call those. Poles.
Fire.
What are those?
Commercial grade heaters.
Yeah,
they're fancy.
Something you'd see on the Vegas Strip over there, but it was beautiful, and just the setting was beautiful, and everybody was laughing because swans swam by at exactly like 3:05. So I'm like, I text Steph and I'm like, Gary hired these swans. And one thing
how much did he pay?
One thing about being whatever we are, podcasters. One thing about being specks on a rock that make jokes to people is that I have gotten really comfortable with taking my content like in the wild, because I'm like, I'm going to get the video, I'm going to do something with it later. But I'm going to send Steph this because she's probably all stressed out about something right now, and this will give her a little LOL. So here I am. I've got my phone up like this, and I'm like, Gary, hire these. Gary, hire these swans.
Literally.
The entire 2 rows behind me busted out laughing. It was all I needed. I was the bride in that moment. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh out of everyone, because it was like, it couldn't have been more perfect. And I mean, Gary only paid them for a half an hour. They weren't out when your sister got married, but it was a family of swans just blessing her day. Just blessing her day quickly. And the whole scene was so beautiful.
My dad doesn't take pictures of things. Like, I don't think I saw him take a picture during Courtney's wedding. What my dad does do almost every day is send us a video of that swan family to the family group chat, because he is so proud of them. So the fact that like they made an impression and you got a ha-ha is all he wants.
He's subscribed and saved to those swans.
He fucking loves those swans. And
like, I know my daughter is going to get married out here eventually. I need you guys to come every day at 3:05 until she gets married.
They made a deal. And it was so special for me, because being Courtney's maid of honor, I was obviously right by her side while she got married. And my sister was on her other side marrying her. And I was behind Courtney, so I could like really look at Tyler while he was saying all these things. And like, we joke in my family that like I I do feel things. I swear to God, I feel things. But a lot of the time they don't come out physically because it's just not how I process things in the moment. Like I sometimes just need time to
I
feel
cry at
things.
every single wedding I've ever been to. I cry.
Watching weddings, I usually do get weddings and like very good singing auditions. But
Golden buzzer auditions.
when I was up there in that position, and like me and my sister Carrie, we locked eyes while it was happening, and I was like, I was I was gone. Like it was just such a beautiful moment, and it was so funny because I don't care if Courtney wants me to tell this. She is the most procrastinating bitch of us all. Like she is bad. And my sister, Carrie, she has been saying to Courtney, like, please give me your vows. Like literally the day before, Courtney, please give me your vows. Like I need to have them,
Yeah, something
just
that
like
she should
make
be able
sure
to work
everything,
around.
make sure they lined up well with each other, blah, blah, blah. This girl wrote these vows the morning of while she
I
was
think
getting
she said
married.
that at the beginning of the vows.
She did. She
And then
did.
she also said she didn't even write them. That her
I wrote
sister wrote
them.
them, but she was
Not
saying them.
came up with the words, but I was her little squire.
You were her scribe.
I was her scribe. So she writes her vows, and her vows were so Courtney. Like they were funny, they were sweet, they were personal. And Tyler's vows, which I know she had a lot of feelings about this because Tyler's vows had me like crying out loud. Like I had tears rolling down my cheeks. I could not tell you a single thing that he said right now, but
They were good.
It was good. It was beautiful. It was so honoring of her. And Courtney's were very sweet and loving too, but they were more silly. So afterwards, the next day, we're in the kitchen just like talking about how perfect the day was. And she started sobbing out of nowhere. And me and Tyler are looking at each other. And she's like, did you even like my vows? Were they bad? Because there is a thing after your wedding, even though everything, like we are saying to each other, it was perfect. Like it literally was such a beautiful day. But as you know, the person who put all of this effort into those details and every single thing that happened that day, you take it so personally. So she was
like any
so in her
wrong
feelings about it.
It could be like a cocktail stirrer that will set you off. You're like, no one
Exactly. Exactly. And
or like I feel like as a third party perspective of that, it was very genuine. And I loved Tyler's vows. I thought they were so like telling of their whole journey together, of how much he loves her, of how much they love each other, and how much they know each other. But as a third party, I want to laugh. I do.
You want to giggle. Exactly.
And I feel like if Courtney did the same sentiment, it would have just been like a lot of the same. You know, when you're ever just like, you guys could have done that in private, you know?
She literally ended
that was
the last line. The last line, I think, was, and I can't wait to shake my ass. I think that was her closing statement. And
yes, but I feel like her vows were very personal. We got the sentiment from Tyler.
Yes.
I like that Tyler went first. The men always go first, right? I don't know how weddings
It's the
work.
least they could do.
Yeah, you're like, vow to me first, and then I'll think about it. And then I'll respond.
Exactly.
Because it really encapsulated them, and it was very touching. And then I just feel like your sister brought up these little promises that mean a lot to them, you know, that are very, like, rooted to them, that he was smiling ear to ear and it meant a lot to them. And like your sister said that to me. She was like, you're gonna come to my wedding, you're gonna shake your ass. I'm like, I'm gonna shake my ass at your wedding, Courtney.
Promise.
Everyone's
That's all she
wants. We promise.
That's all she wanted of people. And when you said we did, it did. There was this moment, and it was so special to me where, so like I said, Carrie married them, and there was a
ad we paid for.
Literally, like I've never paid more for anything. At the end of her speech, what did she say? Because she just said,
That we're always rooting for you.
We're always rooting for you guys. And she like looked at me and I was just like, that just sealed the deal.
I was
Because it was such
sobbing.
a sweet little like nod, and it really like it's we say it all the time. I mean, you hear it every episode, but it's so true. Like, we are rooting for each other, and just for her to like bring that into the sentiment, it just like it hit me in the chest a little bit. And then I got to feel cool in front of the bridal party because one of the lovely gals that worked for the catering company for my sister's wedding came up to me, and I was in a frazzle dazzle. You know, I'm all over the place. And she said something like, I follow you. And I was like, yeah, you could follow me. Like, go wherever I go, you go, you know, bring food. And then she was like, no, I listened to the podcast. And I was like, and it wasn't like it was one of my friends or anything, you know, people that have to listen to it. Like, it was just a person I'm meeting at my sister's wedding, and that was just, I guess, a little bit of air in our tires that just was exciting.
Yes, and I know that, Rudy, because she came up to me and Kenny. And a fun fact about my husband is that he used to work in the kitchen. I feel like me and my husband would have a really cute kink that, like, I'd be the cute little waitress and he'd be the dirty cook guy, and I'd be like,
the dirty cook guy.
If you ever worked in a kitchen as a teenage woman, you have been harassed by cooks. Sue, line, dishwashers.
You liked it a little bit.
And they were nice and respectful enough that you liked it a little bit. You knew when you were looking good at Friendlies.
They never touched you. They never slapped your ass.
They were just like, damn, girl, you know, that would be our report.
And you were like, thank you. That's what I needed coming into this ship.
But because of that, my husband knows all of these beautiful women in the service industry. And they always come up to us, and like that specific Rudy, I love her, just a sweet woman, and she's just one of those like side characters in your story that you just see her, she roots for you, you hug her, she's like part of a bomb ass catering company, and then you're like, nice to see you. But yeah, that's one of our jokes. I'm like, oh, another beautiful dark haired woman that was a waitress when you were a chef.
Exactly. The
plot is plotting, Kenny.
The plot is thick. But that was great. But then there was this moment.
The speech, though, had me in my feels, because you can put me on Good Morning America thrice. I wouldn't mind it. You can put me on the live show.
One more time.
Whoever the hell's on Good Morning America these days.
Call us.
I was going to say Kelly and Ryan, but that seems grossly old. Kelly and Regis.
Don't talk about Ryan that way. Regis. That's where you're probably watching at Amanda's house after freaking 9th or 10th grade.
At 11:40. Eating all her family's cheese. Literally. But you can do that, and that means something. You know, like, we're trying to get off the ground here as a podcast. We have dedicated listeners, we have new listeners, we have followers. As we always tell you all, it's all graphs and numbers, and we hate it. But it does equate to movement and growth, and you need it. But when something like that happens, when our little culture that we made up in my basement oozes into the love of your family, that hit me like, Kenny just looked at me and he like squeezed my arm.
Yeah,
because your sister, like, when we took a picture with them, she's like, with these, stay rooted. And Kenny's like, I like that I'm recognized as stay rooted. And I was like, you're like our drama beats. Like, we're Robin Big and you're drama.
Literally. No, he's freaking, what's her name? Oh my God, I can't think of her. He's Chanel West Coast. Kenny East.
Kenny just ended the podcast. This is our last
Chanel
episode.
Laughing. It's just her laugh.
On what's that freaking show that only MTV only plays? What's it called that Rob Dyrdek has?
Fucking Lucas loves it. Oh, what's it called? Ridiculousness?
Ridiculousness. Yeah.
It was a Tosh.0. Stop showing my age.
We clearly don't care about our followers, because insert Chanel West Coast laugh here.
Right here.
But I feel like that was just like very special. And Kenny was like, I love that.
Very
Like,
touching.
I'm stay rooted to them too. And I'm like, well, you are. You're a producer. We make fun of you a lot. You know,
We're
you
not
should get
giving you a
some glory.
microphone, but you're part of it.
No, I'm like, take a picture of me and Stephanie now.
Literally. Me with my other wife, please. There definitely was a moment for me though, Lauren, where like the beginning of the day, I was like, let's get this girl married, make sure she has vows written down, you know, make sure her freaking veil is going the right way, even if I have to Mike Wazowski my daughter, because that's what's important right now. And once we got through those, and Courtney was not nervous, she was very excited about it.
Yeah, she seemed very in the moment, which I think is like almost impossible to achieve. I don't have enough Adderall to be in the moment on my big day.
Nor do I, or anxiety meds, or any combination that
But she did
could
seem
work.
like very present, and I loved that.
Unmedicated.
God's favorite.
God's
favorite baby.
So there was a moment after we took pictures where I remember the next thing to happen was that I had to speak on a microphone without you. And even though this is probably like the least I've overthought something, because like I felt so confidently about what I was saying because it's my little sister, and I really did think about the speech a lot and what I wanted to get across, and like to not make it a roast, but to also be silly, but to also just touch on things that were important to me. And there was this moment where we get there, and me and the best man, Derek, are like, okay, so, you know, we're going to do our speeches. And he's like, do you want me to go? I'm like, I'm going first, because for me, it's not like a pride thing. It's like the more I sit there waiting, the more nauseous I'm going to get. And then also if my speech like isn't good, I just want to get it over with and done with.
It was so
behind
good.
me.
And like the fans, I was doing this thing where I was like, you want me to get up, Steph? You want me to co-host this?
I literally was sitting
I
next
could
to
do
Courtney.
some banter off the cuff right now. Courtney
I just
would
need like a little Guillermo, you know, like a little Guillermo next to me. Just if I freeze, to have someone there with like the little laughs for me.
Yeah.
But once I got up there, I really did just like lock into my sister and Tyler and just talk to them. And I tried not to really think so much about the people watching me, because that's always my anxiety. And once I was able to like really lock in and to say things to my sister, because we're not mushy people, we're not those sisters that are always like, you're the best, most gorgeous person ever. Like, even if we think that, we'll be like, you're an ugly bitch. You know? So this was kind of an opportunity for me to say things, you know, that I really feel about them. And one point, because as I've said, I've always joked to Courtney that she's so inclusive and she's so kind, and she wants everybody to feel a part of everything and everybody to know how special they are to her, that if it were up to her, every single person in this wedding would be standing beside her and nobody would be watching her get married.
I loved that little bit.
But, and like I said there, if we flipped it around, and I truly mean this, I think that every person there would stand beside them, because just what they brought that day was so beautiful and so touching and so them. And like you said, every detail that my sister put into it, like her little free drink cards with the pictures of her animals on it, like everything was just so sweet. I did have a little entitled moment.
I have to say that as the assistant to the maid of honor, as the assistant maid of honor,
yes,
I took my phone and I recorded your entire speech like this. And then I committed to this angle, and I said I'm not going to have her get multiple angles, and I just held it for the 3 to 5 minutes that you spoke.
My mean girl's mom.
I was your mean girl's mom. I wasn't doing that motion because I didn't want you to have movement on the video. But I did video your entire speech because I was like, I literally said to the table, because I was talking at the table at that point of the evening, and I was like, I don't know.
She was riffing in case I needed backup.
Well, I was like, I don't know if Steph wants me up there yet.
Starts dancing, she'll get my mic.
No, I was like, I don't know if she'll want to watch this or never want to watch this, but regardless, I need to have it for her. Because, I mean, sometimes it's like, I even feel like we obviously have to listen to the pod. That's a part of podding. But it's hard to sometimes. And I feel like when you get this video element that we've also decided to incorporate, it's even harder. And like that's also a very emotional thing that like I sometimes have trouble with like looking back at videos like that because it like brings up your emotions all over again, but then like in this nostalgic distance way. So I was like, I gotta capture it for her, and I will do what she wants. If she wants it thrown to the bottom of the ocean, I will. But right now, I'm gonna use all the storage left on my phone for it.
I love that. And it's true because even though it's hard to watch, like I do want that to look back on because it felt special in the moment when I was saying it to her. Like it didn't feel sarcastic and silly. Like it felt like it was reciprocated, and it was just a really sweet moment. But then afterwards, we hugged each other, and we don't like hug each other. We'll like slap each other's boob or like flick a nipple. Like we'll just do stupid things.
I think it's science
to embrace.
I think it's science that like the people that you are really, really closest to, you touch the least. Other than like your spouse, like your friends, like you're not out here hugging your childhood best friend.
I'm either like laying on top of you, or like I'm just like flicking you as I walk by. You know,
and they both mean love. But when was your entitled moment? I'm looking forward to recalling it.
I lost my bag because I'm at my dad's house, so I'm a little like casual with my things. So I'm like, this is my dad's house. Like, I don't know where my debit card is right now, right? And I had given away my cute little drink card because I was like, I want everyone to see her cute little things. And I go up to get a drink, and I realize I don't have Apple Pay on my new phone set up yet, and I didn't have my card. And I was like, oh, do you do Venmo? And they're like, we do Venmo for the tips, but we do have to have it go through this. It was totally understandable. Like I didn't say anything to them. But in my mind, I did have this moment where I was like, this is my dad's house. Do you know who my dad is? He's the owner of this house.
Do you know who I am?
He's the owner of this house. I'm like, give me a dirty Shirley.
He's paying you.
He's paying you. And then my dad comes over and he's like, I'll pay him later. And I'm like, yeah, what he said.
Yeah, he will. You're lucky to be in that shed bar.
And I never would have said anything. I would have just gone and like, taken my husband's debit card. But in the moment, I was like, this is my dad's house. I'm paying for a drink. He wouldn't want this for me.
I love that.
The one thing I did do during the speech is I didn't give the whole mashed potato story, but I did have to make a nod at it because it just would have felt wrong not to.
You should have referenced the episode that they could have heard the mashed potato story, because then
I'll plug it
that would
later.
have been a great plug for our pod.
I do. Honestly, go back and listen to the episodes if you want to hear it.
Maid of honor speech.
Because some people were like, what's the mashed potato? I'm like, you're gonna have to tune in.
And your dad did a very rogue boomer dad speech that I always love because they come from the heart.
They're the best. They're the best.
They get weird. They get weird every time. And he started it. He started it with such a good callback. Like, Gary's my new co-host. You're fired.
Gary,
he got on the
Gary
mic.
We're syncing up your mics.
He got on the mic and he said, so I'm going to start with the mashed potato story.
Once he said that, I was back because there was a moment where I saw my dad. So me and Carrie, my sister, did a first look with my dad. Me and Carrie were creeping on the porch, just watching like the little trolls that we are. And my dad was literally a sponge. Like he looked like, what did he look like? He looked like, I don't even know what to say. He didn't even look like a human. He was crying so hard. And I was feeling so sentimental about it. And then this toxic little part of my brain, and I'm like, is he crying harder than he did at my wedding?
Like, how hard? Does Lauren didn't go to my wedding, but does she have a video of my dad crying?
Every time he said he loved her, I was like, so funny because you said that to me at my wedding too.
Are you cheating on me, Dad, with a new daughter, with a new bride daughter? Yeah, Kenny.
It's fucking dirty.
And then your dad cried so hard at the wedding, like once he like
Yes.
gave away, and then your sister did that new setup of sitting that now I think is standard too, where you're kind of like a little huge so you can kind of see the other side.
Yes.
Kenny could not stop crying once he saw your dad crying, because one thing about the way that dad's built is if he sees another dad being emotional about his daughter,
Dad
he
crying
like
hits
breaks
different,
down. So
especially
Kenny
in
was
regards
like
to their daughter.
sniffle crying over your dad crying.
My dad is
But then
such an emotive person.
The speech brought back a comical appeal.
One thing my sister did is she had both of our parents walk her down the aisle, which I loved. And then when she did her father-daughter dance, well, my older sister never got to have a father-daughter dance with my dad. And also, this is his last time ever having one. So Courtney was like, wouldn't it be special if I dance with dad? Because let's face it, the dances always go a little too long for everybody.
Yeah.
Every time.
This was also selfless, and it felt very, very heroic.
Well, just wait. No, just wait.
Some brides like don't even want you to be on the dance floor on their wedding day. So I felt she brought you guys and invited you in.
Yes,
and I thought it was
did a
great.
bow out. It was very sweet where she kind of stepped aside after doing a lot of the dance. I had a little bit of a dance with my dad. And
some would say you got the shortest amount of time.
I didn't want to bring that up right now, but I have a lot of things to work through right now. And then they're like, come in for a hug. And I'm like, well, then why'd you dance with me the shortest?
You're like, hug me. Choose me.
My dad does say that I'm the funniest of my sisters, though, and that's enough to get me through the day. He says it to their faces.
He says that to me, too. No.
Shut up! Dare. You can come for my bunny water, but you cannot come for the funniest sister. But then my sister takes it one step further and she does a mother-daughter dance because she's like,
you didn't know that was happening, or you did?
I knew it was happening. And it was beautiful. But this bitch looks at me when she's done dancing with our mother. Me and Carrie are standing there just, rooting for her, hugging each other, emotional. And we knew we weren't getting in on this dance. She didn't invite us. And she looks at us, being Courtney, and she goes, no dance for you with mommy. And I'm like, you're such a little troll. You're such a little fucking troll.
She's like, put it on the scorecard.
She's so thoughtful and so evil.
Which honestly leads me to my next point about Courtney's wedding. She's a Gen Z. I think that she has different knees than us. She's starting to call
herself a Gen Z.
She has different knees than us. That woman played the tempo of music that my body. I pulled something over here, Steph.
I knew you would, because you were going. You were going.
I have a husband that dances, and honestly, I love that about him. I love a man that dances, and when we're like at a wedding, we're like, we're just gonna dance. When do you get to go out and dance with your husband?
Literally never. Even my husband dances a little bit at weddings, and he is not a dancer.
Yeah, he's like a little. He's got the little two.
Got a couple shoulders in. Yeah.
So we were dancing, and we like to be like, you invited us to your wedding. Like, we want to be a part of your wedding. We're in the photo booth. We're taking the picture in front of your neon sign, and we're on the dance floor. The tempo, the Spanish music.
I'm sweating just thinking about it. I'm sweating.
The chamarritza. The Portuguese two-step.
There was so much quick movement. My sister lives for the Spanish music. There
was a slow song, and I was like, thank God. And
there was one slow song.
My husband just held me up. I just sort of laid on him. I was like, I need a breath.
That's all you could do.
And I had one drink, and then I was just drinking Red Dye 40 because I love a regular Shirley. Like, I don't even be dirty.
I love Shirley just as she is.
Yeah, and the red dye is enough, so we were taking breaks and stuff, but I don't know what I did, but I was like, the next morning, my legs, my body.
Because you were in a demi-plie the whole night.
I was literally gonna file a suit against your sister. And I was like, I love it, but also I can't move.
I
And
couldn't move.
think the good thing about me as I get older is I know I have a threshold. And
yes,
me and Nora had danced to umpteen Nicki Minaj songs.
as you should, as we all wanted.
We were all getting down, and I looked at her, and I'm like, if Nora's here, I'm here,
Yeah,
I'm like, if
yeah.
she's here, we can keep going. And we danced, and
Yes.
we had fun, and we took little breaks, and we were like, me and Kenny love to venture around an outdoor venue. We're very Saltburn in that way.
They were in the orchard by the pear tree. I look at them, I'm like, what are you doing in my dad's pear tree?
We're like, leave us alone.
Leave it alone.
Behind the blueberry bushes. I don't know if he'll make it through the winter. He's pale and he's thin.
He needs these antioxidants.
He's the stable boy. I must stay away from him. So we're like going for little walks. Well, we went on like our third little walk, and he's like, "You look so tired," and I was like, "I honestly am," and I'm like,
yeah. I'm
a little hungry again. And we circle back, and they announced that because this is another thing, these weddings, they're like predictably, they're like predictably, like, I don't know, like just well done. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to give the Gen Zs it. Like, a part of me doesn't, because I know they call us cringy.
mm-hmm.
But the after dancing grilled cheese,
clutch.
One point for Gen Z.
So me and my husband were eating grilled cheese on the dance floor. Like, we were just eating a grilled cheese, and then now I think like another almost hour lapses, and he's like, "It is 10:30," and I'm like, "I know." I'm like, 11 o'clock, Lauren, is gonna be different. She always is.
She's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I'm like, but she's tired. So I look at Nora, and Nora's not even awake. So I'm like, I can't even use her as an emotional gauge at this point, because she's been sleeping since she ate that grilled cheese. She's dancing, but she's not there.
She's not there.
She was doing this thing where she was like holding two people's hands, and then she kept doing, your sister like had little flicky things, and she would just like flick it at you, and then
she was doing like actual dance steps at one point early in the evening, but then by the end of the evening, she was like,
it was just two people swaying her in different directions. She was like the drunk girl that should have gone home, but like they were like, she's staying out. We're not going, we're not bringing the car home for her.
She's wearing a t-shirt.
So I kissed her on the forehead. I kissed you on the forehead, and I said, "I'm out of here. I love you so much." And I hugged your sister, and I hugged your new brother. Because now you have another brother. You have a little brother named Tyler. Welcome to the fucking club.
It's so fucking weird, though, right?
It's crazy. You're going to buckle in. So we're leaving, and I'm like, I think I'm going to take a road grilled cheese. And Kenny's like, don't take the grilled cheese from them. Like, they've got to dance. They need their cars. Like, I'm going to get you something.
They need that quick energy.
I'm going to get you something nice. I'm like, ooh. So we get in the car, right? And we take the back roads because that's our only choice. We help the caterers clean up because we're pregnant.
Kenny sees a few more people he knows.
We close up the bar. We cash out our tips, and we get out. and we're like, we take the back roads home, and we pull up to Taco Bell, and he's like, "What you want?" I'm like, "Ooh." I'm like, that's hot. We're at Taco Bell. We got all kinds of Taco Bell. We come home, and we're like now, for some reason when I'm home, I'm like, it's only 11 o'clock. When you're out, you're like, holy shit. Like,
well, now you have like potatoes in your belly, and
you're
like,
are they going to close the roads, at 11? Like, I got to scurry home. I got my bifocals on at this point,
no more
not wearing my cool, I don't have my cool Matrix glasses on anymore. So we got home, and he's like, what do you want to do? We don't have the kids. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, we could watch a show. And he's like, yeah, we could watch a show. And I'm like, all right, we'll watch a show. So we go watch a show. And I'm literally opening my potato, whatever the fuck it is, potato taco. And I have it like on my belly. And I'm still wearing my Anthropology clearance dress that I only paid $24 for, everyone.
You and Carrie both texted me about that sale. I was like, I need to shop for better clothes, I guess.
Also, I'd like to give myself honorable mention because
here she goes. She's being Lauren again.
Because your sister at her wedding asked me to borrow the dress that I wore to her wedding. So I feel like I did good. I feel like I did good. What
the
a
three
higher
of us
honor.
have shared a dress before. So
yeah, we're the sisterhood of the traveling dresses. And
yes,
so now I'm
exactly.
eating. So now there might be a nacho cheese stain on it, Court, and I'm eating it, and my husband looks at me and he's like, Lauren, you are already sleeping.
Oh my God, why do you sound like Karen from SpongeBob right now?
I sound like Karen. Oh, it's saying it's trying to reconnect. You have a stable
Karen?
connection. Hello? Hello? Am I back?
Oh, I hear you now.
It said I was unstable. My connection's unstable. I'm like, tell me something I don't know. Internet.
Yeah, like I don't need my network to tell me that.
That I'm unstable. We get it.
Seriously.
But he looked at me and he was like, Lauren, you are already sleeping. I hadn't even taken a bite of the taco, Steph.
That's why you fall asleep and wake up with food in your mouth sometimes, Lauren.
I really do. It's gonna be.
You know better. You know better.
But yeah, so I literally woke up and I was like, no. And we did. We stayed up late and we just we talked about the whole night. Like we talked about all the things we enjoyed about the wedding. We looked at pictures. We always make a shared album, and it was just it was so nice. We both said that we didn't feel like you're not. I feel like the older siblings, you just get my brother had his friends at my wedding because A, I babysat those motherfuckers. And B, I want somebody to entertain him, Exactly. I know my friends are not he loves my friends, but they're not his cup of dancing tea, They can't get down to Usher the same way he can.
They don't have the same needs.
So I know that there's the trophy invite, and you love them. You love them like family.
Yes.
And we felt like we didn't really feel like the trophy invite at your we didn't have to introduce ourselves.
No.
We didn't have to. We just felt so blended in, and we were like, what a pleasure to be the little limb off of your family tree of friend family that everyone was like, where are the girls? How are the girls?
Ugh.
Your dad told me I could come to the pond whenever I wanted, which is just a boomer dad stamp of raid my fridge. If I was 14 and we were friends, I would be raiding your fridge when you weren't home.
If you were at my dad's house tomorrow when he came home from work picking blueberries, he would hand you a basket.
He would. He'd say, why didn't you bring a basket? But it was really beautiful, and we just absolutely loved it. And I also do like being that separated party because I have a huge family. So I've been on the inner core of a lot of big, not Greek, big Italian weddings and Portuguese weddings. And it's a hustle and it's beautiful, but you're also trying to make sure the bride doesn't cry because nobody knows where her veil is, or that she doesn't want that aunt to look at her anymore. And you're like, okay, but as the just guest with very minimal responsibility, with just keeping the flower girl and maid of honor smiling and in her dress for 45 more minutes for everyone's request. I really feel like I got to soak in what your sister worked so hard for and planned so
really
much
did.
for. So I was
really
just really I felt honored to be a part of it.
I think she felt the same way, and she felt so much of that love, I think, in return from everybody. My favorite part, or one of my favorite parts of the wedding was, and literally the only part that you really missed, was the very end of the songs, because you left right before it ended. There wasn't much left. But
I just had to get out before the catering traffic.
You had to get out before the catering.
Before they took the tent down. Because my car was under it.
Because your car was behind them. So I knew that the last song was going to be Panic at the Disco, but even in knowing that, I don't know exactly when the last song is going to come on. But that song came on, Lauren. And me and my sister, when I tell you, we just had whoever was hanging out left on the dance floor just around us, and we did a full Brendan Urie level performance of, I write sins, not tragedies, right? That's what I'm thinking of.
The groom's bride is a whore.
and she is. And it was just like, it felt like it was our special moment. And Lucas did get like a little video of us during it. And I just could see like Tyler and his dad in the background, just like singing along and like enjoying the moment. And it did feel like that was like our special little sister moment, because I am her big emo sister. I'm the reason she knows, cute is what we aim for, and Taking Back Sunday from her childhood. That she was
You're
listening to like
welcome.
fucking 303 and I don't know, Daddy Yankee, like I don't know. So I just
She's
felt like that
definitely
was
listening to Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. For the longest time, I thought they were a girl. I didn't even know. I'm not very well cultured.
I thought Bad Bunny was a group when Bad Bunny first came out.
But he's just a very handsome, Spanish singer, and it's her
cousin, I think.
favorite. I think they know each other.
Starting a rumor that he's Pitbull's cousin.
They know each other. He's like Mr. 503 or something, but I don't know. It was like a nice little wink to it, and it just felt like it was the perfect little ending, and it was a very hype moment, and it was just the best day. It was the best day.
It was. It was so fun. We had such a good time, and we got to be out together, which was very cool.
And I also just don't want to say, I'm going to have to like take a break after this about saying nice things about my sister, because this feels like really uncomfortable at this point. Like, I've given her roses. Next time I'm going to just recite the mashed potato story front to back, pretend.
Yeah, we can't give her all her roses, you know? We have to take one back.
But we're very happy for the Constantinos.
We're happy for the beautiful couple, and I honestly don't think I'll ever be old enough to just stop going to weddings.
Oh, and hurting yourself at them.
This is the thing, is that people that I was talking to about going to a wedding were like, oh, you're still in the wedding season of your life? And I'm like, don't old people go to weddings? Like, the old people, they're there.
Have you ever been to a wedding?
Somebody was translating Tyler's grandmother, the shake your ass vows, in the Portuguese.
Translation.
Which I was like, we could have probably left that line out. Could have left out about her cozinga. But
no, she needed to know.
But I feel like I love being like the old lady at these events now. Like, as we grow, like now it's like we just get to just be there, have fun, and be supportive and root for them. And that's all we're doing.
Absolutely. Even while our knees hurt, we'll still be out there rooting for you and shaking our asses.
Yeah, we're going to shake our asses till our hips break for you.
Exactly.